We've heard from out else, so we're assuming that
Yeah.
there's justice in the air tonight.
Justice will be served once again.
Get in the station wagon, it's time for justice.
Oh,
Because we're in America, we call them station wagons. Yeah.
I'd assume that's
You
the
only-
horn we'd have.
Yeah, exactly. You only get justice in America, so that's where we are.
Yeah. Because
The streets of LA.
they got the guns in America. Can't
That's
have
it.
justice
That's-
without your gun.
And on your side, there's a horn that goes...
Yeah.
And on my side, there's a horn that goes...
Oh, yeah.
And we've got like electric spikes on the front of the car. We've got scythes on the wheels.
We've pimped our ride, as they say.
We drive through the neighborhoods of the city and
downtown ghetto. And
and we go, well, these people are poor, they must be guilty of something, and we drive near the pavement and the scythes chop all their legs off.
There we go. Nice.
There we are. It's the American way
American way. It's a trillionaire remake of life.
of America.
Of America. In America.
America,
Miracle.
as they say on the three bean salad.
America. America.
I'd like 2 tickets for the Chattanooga Choo Choo.
America.
Get me the DA.
The size of old Mama's apple pie down the Alamo in New York City.
No one's ever gonna listen to this crazy new music you're making, Mr. Presley.
Burgers.
See, I haven't got around to that. I do apologise.
Ah, so good. So good.
One day.
A recommended podcast. So,
Speaking of a podcast we don't recommend, however, welcome back to Inaudible, the podcast that's impossible to tune into.
and buzzable to listen to.
I had a bing. Oh,
Me too.
Alex is at camp. So
What is it? Alex is in a concentration camp.
he's in a
so
concentration camp.
he's not able
In our
to-
new world, in our new trillionaire remake of America.
Yes. I mean, that's justice. You know,
Yeah.
if people didn't persist in being born in the wrong countries, this wouldn't happen.
As opposed to the right country.
Yeah, which is America, which is where we are from.
Yeah. Sure. Oh.
So you know how there's certain
I know.
episodes of this podcast that
Okay.
I feel like these conversations only happen between the two of us. I'm very certain amongst everyone in the world. So
Like,
there was the one
there's
about
certain episodes that nobody tunes in. What about Pouncedall? He tends to.
no, I mean the
don't-
conversations we have are
Oh.
conversations that no one has ever had and ever should have.
Oh, okay.
So you know,
just like yeah, I get you. Nobody in the world has ever thought of the shit we think of.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like the armored mobility scooter stroke
Yes.
killdozer thing with like the fire in it that you can cook someone in.
Yeah.
And a couple of weeks ago, we had the very long and serious discussion about cannibalism, veganism,
Oh yeah.
and cum.
Oh yeah.
And now it's
My dream date.
yeah, there you are.
3 words. that
And then
sum me up.
afterwards, you can pop down to the concentration camp and watch a gassing.
Yeah. That's where we are this week. Live from the concentration camp.
It just means people are close together.
Yeah. Got to snuggle together like penguins for warmth.
Yeah, exactly. Very quickly changing the subject.
Yeah, very quickly, swiftly moving on before we get ourselves cancelled by ourselves.
Yeah. So I learned about a thing
Oh.
from the past today.
Oh, Christian, you shouldn't be learning. I told you how bad that is.
I'm sorry, I just can't help myself. That's something I didn't learn.
Yeah. Oh.
So I heard this on the QI Elves' podcast, No Such Thing as a
okay.
Fish.
Yeah.
There was a thing in the 1890s.
There's a lot of things in the 1890s, but a bit more specific, yes. No.
I'll be more specific for you.
Thank you.
It was called a
Arigato.
Telharmonium.
Oh.
And it was basically an electric keyboard
Oh.
before
Electric was a thing.
modern electronics had been invented. Yeah.
They just like you use electric eels or something.
No. And it's not like that cat organ where you like poke a cat with something every time
Okay.
you
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
I don't know what else
Perfect.
the first tune that popped into my head, but
It's because we're Americans.
yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? She's having a wee, and she's also having a shite. There we go. That's the words.
She's having a wee, because she's just had a shite, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Telharmonium.
Yeah, Telharmonium.
It was basically if you spin a wheel and like shape the wheel in a certain way, the wheel when it hits like a little notch will generate a tone,
Okay.
sort of like a vibration sort of thing, like that.
Yeah.
But you can get it to be a really pure tone. So what this thing was, it was basically, it took up a whole room, right? When they did performances, there would just be like a keyboard that people could see with a wall behind it, but then behind that was a whole room full of like switches and levers and things, and things spinning. But they could play different like instruments, like an electronic keyboard where you change it to, you know, trumpet or whatever,
Okay.
just by like overlapping different tones to make it sound different.
Oh. That's very
But it was,
Yeah.
it was so far ahead of its time. This was before even radio had been invented.
Yeah.
They had things like, you know, I don't know whether they had vinyl records at that point, but they definitely had wax cylinders. So, you know, they could transmit sound in that way.
Yeah. Okay.
The telephone had been invented, which was a surprise to find out that was around in the 1890s. But its sound output came in the form of connecting ordinary telephone receivers to large paper cones, a primitive form of loudspeaker. Its inventor stated that electromagnetic diaphragms were the most preferable means of outputting its sound, which would be a precursor to modern speakers.
Right. Okay.
So its demise came for a number of reasons. The instrument was immense in size and
It was
weight.
shit.
Yeah.
You use it once, it just fell apart. It was perfect the one time.
Well, this
But
is
no,
the thing.
sorry.
Everyone who heard it said it was amazing,
Yeah.
and there are no recordings of it. No one ever thought to record it. I guess in the same way you wouldn't ever think to, you know,
Would
if you saw someone...
recordable technology exist back then, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, like, do you know wax cylinders, the precursor to
I've-
vinyl records?
Okay. I've heard of them. Are they just basically like records, but
Yeah.
a little bit bigger? I guess.
Yeah. So it's an upright cylinder, and the needle goes onto it, sort of pokes in from the side.
Oh. Okay.
So basically, the method, this sort of thing is basically magic. It kind of blows my mind. Like, in the same way that a needle going over grooves in a record or a wax cylinder can produce vibrations that sound like
Someone's
a voice. Or
voice.
whatever,
Yeah.
it also works in reverse. If you had to really shout, but if you shouted into a diaphragm that was connected to a needle that was poking into a blank wax cylinder, it would record the sound onto the cylinder.
Okay. Wow.
So yeah, they did have
okay.
like very bad recordings of music and things.
I
but
guess
obviously
maybe
better than
the
nothing.
technology was pretty expensive back then, or just like in the same way, sort of not many. In the same way, a lot of classic Doctor Who are missing. People just didn't really record stuff in those times. It just wasn't unknown. They didn't expect it to come to like nowadays, where everyone has got everything from every time that exists because people try to archive it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. So one of the reasons it failed was because it was so huge. It took up a whole room.
No, it makes sense. Never breaks sense.
But in addition, problems began to arise when telephone broadcasts of Telharmonium music. So this is another thing we've discussed on this podcast as well, that back in those days, there were various services where you would subscribe to like a news broadcast or a telephone, or you would dial a number on your phone, and on the other side would be a broadcast of some music or someone reading the news. Yeah. So that's how they broadcast
Kind
some
of
of
like
this.
subscription phone call sort of thing
Yeah,
back in the
yeah.
It's what is it? Phone lines basically, but
Yeah.
like sex lines, but before sex
Yes,
was
yeah.
That's where I was going with it.
Yeah.
It's like dial 0808999 to hear the most awesome rock out or something like.
Yeah.
don't-
1897's party rock anthems.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Rock was just the first genre that came to my head, obviously.
But yeah, so basically,
Yeah.
people started to get pissed off at this thing because they'd be trying to have a phone call with someone, and they'd get interrupted by this strange music due to crossed wires. And apparently, there was an instance of it. It's caused at least one divorce because a husband phoned home to say, "I'm going to be late home because I've got to do some more work in the office," and the wife was like, "Well, I can hear music in the background. You're at a concert. Don't lie to me." But it was just someone had this telephone call hooked up to a loudspeaker, so the music call.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, I think.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Flash from the pash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're a big like record fan and stuff. You're into your classic music producing devices.
I like
Not
like
necessarily
musics.
into classic music, but you're into the classical devices for producing music.
Yeah. No. Of course. I'm into me classicals and me baroques and me romance periods and everything. But yeah, it's yeah, I like knowing about music.
Yes.
So yeah, it's really cool. Just a synthesizer for such an early time.
Nice.
Would you like to hear a fact about Chris Chibnall's first series of Doctor Who?
Oh dear.
It's just an interest that I found out today.
Okay.
You remember the finale, the Battle of Rancidanus, or whatever it was called?
Oh yeah, that thing that it happened, didn't it?
Yeah. Apparently, in the production and the writing of the series, they had to do a load of rewrites, and they basically just ran out of time. So Chibnall has said that script, as we saw it on TV, was literally the first draft of the script.
Yeah, I could see that.
Which, I mean, it goes a long way to explaining
make it
why
any
some
better though, but yeah.
why some of it seems so kind of strange. It's because they've normally fixed a lot of that stuff in the revisions.
Yeah, just kind of thrown together.
I thought that was quite interesting.
Oh, QI.
Bump, 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 bump.
On your
Sorry, I
own.
just had a bit of a stroke there.
You alright? You want me to call someone? Or?
I know.
I get worried when you
was
go off into these little tangents sometimes.
Was it me, or was it just a crossed wire and someone was playing the Telharmonium down the line,
Yeah, there we go.
imitating the sound of a human voice?
Yeah,
An American voice like my own.
Yes, as we've previously established, we are Americadian.
Americations.
Americadian.
Americadian, yes. I
Americadian.
understand. Oh, do you know what I've forgotten to
Instead
do?
of
I
Igerisurgeon.
haven't synced. We haven't synced it up, have we?
Oh, we've got to sync up nowadays, have we?
Bloody hell! 15 minutes in. How are we doing this? 3, 2, 1, clap like that.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
clap.
Perfect.
Nice.
Thank you. I'll try and remember to use that at the start before I do anything.
You won't. I don't when I've had stuff like, it's like in the middle of like recording a movie and like someone's had to dip out to go to the toilet or something. I'll get to that point in the full reaction, editing it down for the best of, and I've left the entire like 5-minute gap in the full version. It's like, well, this full version isn't getting an omnibus anytime soon.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh, Ali.
Speaking of
Oh.
editing,
etiting. Ooh, tickle my. Six of my etiting. Nipples are etiting.
In the great editing battle. Sorry, the great editing battle.
Great editing war.
I've made it to April.
We're
catching up.
June, July, August, September. 5 months to go ish.
Yeah.
Okay, no, nice. I've not really news. I tried to make an ident for the channel.
Oh, nice.
Have you seen it yet?
I have not seen it. Would you like a live reaction?
Okay. It's probably on the start of Star Trek or the Stranger Things one that's been up.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll be on.
I can see it. Just in my I just want to assure you, it's nothing personnel. In my reactions folder of my YouTube subscriptions, I think I'm on June or July. At the moment.
No, that's fine. I thought you were just going to go to my channel.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of it. I don't know if it's all right or if I'm just being like picky about it because I have a thing where I'm not always happy, perfect or whatever. And
if I was going to be ultra picky,
yeah,
I would say you could maybe shorten it a bit.
Shorten it? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's about 9 seconds at the moment.
I don't know. I'm conscious of the fact that the way I like YouTube videos to be is not how YouTube videos are.
Yeah.
I get so annoyed when people put intros on, if I'm honest.
I tried to make it short, yeah. Well, I tried
there was a
reactor,
what's his name?
More.
Film Buff, who used to be really good because his videos would literally just start with him in the reaction straight away, and he's now decided to put like a 30-second intro on all his videos, and I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, that I think most people can agree is a bit annoying, but
yeah. I'd say my limit would be 10 seconds. If anything's over 10 seconds, that's when I start to be like, oh, Jesus, this is going on a bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's when my brain kind of clicks that they're playing an ident and that it's taking a while. The first 10 seconds or so, it's just like, okay, this happens. It's like it's an intro thing. I think I've just tuned out intros naturally, but if they start to take a while, it's like, Yeah. But yeah, no, I could try and shorten it a bit then. But no, cool.
But no. But yeah.
But no.
The latest rod off my back on the editing front was the Wheel of Time video, the prophesized Wheel of Time video that I was doing.
Yeah.
So I started, it was about 20 minutes long or so. I started writing down like, all the different sections and what sort of image or little short clip I wanted on the screen at each time. And then I thought to myself, no one's going to watch this thing anyway, so let's just fucking put a still image over the top of it. And I'm done with it. So that's what I did basically. Recorded a little sort of intro and outro thing just to say, hi, this was recorded ages ago. And I've just put it on the internet.
No, fair enough.
But that's good. And I thought I'd do that as well because it's nice and quick to get it out of the way. And then I can use the time to edit something else. But then what I ended up doing was spending the entire evening redoing the branding on that channel instead. So I just spend all the time taking all that time anyway. It's now called One Word Title, and it's got a nice little avatar profile picture and header image that are in the kind of Invisible Tower branding family.
One Word Title.
Yes.
Ooh. That like the literal name of it now.
Yes.
I'll just have to try and find it. See if
because I can't remember what made me think of it, but I thought of it about a week and a half ago.
Which one's this? Christian 444?
No, One Word Title. It's a different channel.
Oh, you've made a new channel, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, for the I thought you were on about
the one that
Hat in Time.
No,
you're
Wheel
about,
of Time.
Yeah, no, I know what you're about now. I know what you're on about. Took me a second.
Channel I was. Yeah, it was the channel that I was gonna maybe start reactions to that series on, and I never did.
Yeah.
I've just put that one review video on it instead.
Okay. No. Okay.
I would like to think that maybe I could do something on there, because I read a lot of books, and I think that might be a
book review thing, yeah.
Or a decent thing, yeah, and especially because as things get adapted for TV, I'm sure I'll have things to say.
Yeah, no, fair.
Go subscribe to that.
I'll find it at some point.
And speaking of adaptations,
Adaptations.
Correct. There's a Game of Thrones prequel series thing, spin-off, was out, started this week, and it's pretty good.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Because you've probably have heard that Game of Thrones finished so badly.
Yeah, I've heard the horror over it and shit.
And I've seen so many people say, "Oh, I don't know if I'm going to watch this new one because Game of Thrones has finished so badly." Which, to be honest, and I'm gonna hurt some feelings here. It's a fucking stupid take to have.
Yeah,
it's idiotic, really. It's by different people. It's a different story. It's also a story that's already finished because it's history from the Game of Thrones world, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like a historical drama set in that world. We already know what's going to happen. It's all sorted. They're just adapting it, I think.
It's almost like saying, "Oh, the Chibnall era was so bad, I'm not going to watch Doctor Who anymore, even though it's going to go to different writers, different production teams, different everything." Again, yeah.
I mean, even worse than that, it's like if Russell T Davies brought Torchwood back now, and someone said, "Oh, I didn't like Chibnall's era, I'm not going to watch this." That's what.
Okay, I get you. Yeah.
But yeah, it's because one of the things that made early Game of Thrones, the TV show, and A Song of Ice and Fire, the book series, I mean, that was the same all the way through, but in the TV show it fizzled out, was the fact that it was always kind of about the people and all this interpersonal stuff going on, like, with the thrones, the aforementioned thrones.
Yeah.
And that's what this one has started off like, basically.
There wasn't really bad guys. It was all just a bunch of dicks trying to get one over on each other, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then did they just start introducing all sort of supernatural shit and?
No. It was more the fact that because the book series isn't finished.
Okay.
Of Song of Ice and Fire, so they overtook it and had to do it themselves, basically, without any source material.
Okay.
So it just got a bit crap.
Didn't have the same feel.
No.
It stopped being an adaptation and just started being fan fiction.
Yeah, and as it got more popular as well, even before they overtook the books, they started. I don't know. It felt like they were pandering a lot with things rather than just telling the story.
Started becoming a bit fan wanky.
Yeah.
Oh, this all look really cool, and have videos online with epic music put to it, and people making music videos and pin up on that. Yeah, I get you.
So I'm really hoping they don't fuck up House of the Dragon, which is the new one. But from one episode, I really liked it.
But from one episode, you don't really know what's going to happen. That's the problem. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, no. For people interested in the Game of Thronesy, gamey stuff, then Christian recommends the first episode at least.
What I'm more concerned about is I think they want to do another spin-off that follows one of the main characters from the original series.
Are they just doing a Star Wars and just having 50 off branches or something?
Yeah. So they want to do a sequel that follows him, I think. I think that's what I've heard. I mean, that's the kind of thing that worries me, because that's going to be down the fan wank route again.
Wow.
Anyway.
But that's what I say to that. No, I don't really. I don't really have much. No, I get again on the doing stuff for my channel front. They can't be seen by anyone, but I'm trying to update the thumbnail system to include little image graphic things.
Ah.
I'm obviously gonna add the names under all of us and stuff, but just on the thumbnails.
Only one is deserving of name.
Only me, yes. And I'm thinking the eyes are looking a bit dark, so I might try and thinning out the black bits on the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's a point. I can't say I've ever paid attention. What colour eyes do you have?
They're kind of bluey-grey.
Bluey-grey, okay.
Yeah.
I'll make it a bit more bluey-grey than a... Because I've sort of gone to a default sort of dark greyish for all three of you except me, because I know my own eye colour.
Yeah.
I can't say eyes are something I really pay attention to on other people.
How do you show people that you're paying attention without staring directly into their eyes? That's what you do, isn't it?
I'm not really. No, I don't. I can
I
barely
can't
keep. I can
maintain
barely
eye contact with people.
I can barely keep facial contact, let alone eye contact. I'm
No.
usually staring behind someone, or just slightly off, or glancing
you know,
down at my feet, or
Yeah.
glancing around
You're
the
preaching to the
room.
choir. I don't know. To be honest, the thing I do most is look at people's mouths. Because, and I didn't
That's where
realise
the-
until everyone had to wear masks how much I relied on that to understand what people were
okay.
saying. Because suddenly I couldn't hear anyone anymore. And not just
shit.
because there was someone in the way of their mouth, but, you know, I couldn't tell what they were saying.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank God COVID's done with. We don't ever
It's
have to
completely
wear...
gone forever,
Completely
yes.
gone forever. Never have to wear a mask again.
Hospitalizations are higher than they were. Oh, it's gets carried away by a SWAT team or something.
Yeah. It's just... FBI over... Well, not FBI, but...
I suppose it would be the FBI because we are
Yeah.
in downtown LA.
American. Yeah.
Yeah. Americanation!
Americanation. Oh, dear.
So when I was
Oh.
down at Venice Beach yesterday in LA, I think that's in LA.
Venice. That's that's
Yeah.
America.
Well, Venice is in America. All the best places are in America.
Okay.
Everyone knows that. Like Paris,
Yeah.
in Texas.
Yeah. True.
Bristol is in Illinois. York is in New York.
Yeah. England is in New England.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't have an end to that story. I just wanted to make another joke about us being in America because we are.
Okay. Fair enough. Live from the USA. US of A.
Well, boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy. Pow, pow. Pew, pew. If we had viewers, we'd have lost a load then, but thank God we don't.
To be fair, if we had viewers, they would view us because they liked that sense of humour to begin with.
Yeah. That's...
And then we'd have the problem of attracting like all the alt-right people who genuinely believe a lot of the stuff we say as jokes. And then we'd have to like constantly put out statements going like, can you not?
Yeah.
No. So maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, we'd have to have like a disclaimer at the start of every podcast, like 95% of the stuff discussed in this podcast is not or like
Yeah.
it's absolute bullshit and just made up off the whims of the recordings. Yeah. We are the recordings.
Yes.
The
They exist on
hosts.
tape.
That was the better. That's the more radio word.
What did you say? Sorry, I missed it.
Hosts.
Hosts. Yes.
Hosts of the podcast.
Pilots.
The pilots. Oh, we're flying this plane down into the depths of the ocean.
Yeah.
We were in the sky once upon a time. We crashed ages ago.
Yeah. It's become a submarine.
Yeah, we've jumped a couple of sharks along the way,
Yeah.
but we're still here.
We've
Chatting
gone
bollocks.
so far beyond where we should have that the sharks have just started going around us at this point.
Yeah.
Just around, just auto jump, like in Minecraft.
We haven't started jumping over sharks. The sharks have started jumping under us.
Yeah. Please stop. Like a suffragette throwing herself in front of the Queen's horse. Or was it the King's horse? I think it was the King's horse.
Oh,
Shark reject. My shark regret saying that.
shark regret. Somewhere along the lines, we might have had a title in there.
Yeah. It might just be Live from America.
Yeah.
Like that.
See, that makes more sense.
I just looked. It was on my notes thing for the podcast.
Ooh.
I have a perma note to remind me that "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" is coming to TV next month. Just in
Okay,
case
yeah.
I forget. And just to let everyone know who's listening, it starts on the 13th of September at Channel 4. On
Okay.
Channel 4 rather at 10 p.m.
So less
13th
than a month.
Septimus is also the same day that the E4 expansion comes out.
Oh, okay. So it's a big day for you.
Yeah.
Big old day for Christian.
No, it's not on Dave, it's on Channel 4.
Oh, sorry. I was getting
It's
it
got Dave
confused
4.
because wasn't Taskmaster originally on Dave, but then went to Channel 4?
It was.
That's where I got my
So-
wires mixed.
When Channel 4 cancelled Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, maybe Dave will buy it.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, gotta wait like 8, 9 series before that though. So.
Yeah. Oh, if we could get 8 series of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, I'd be happy, man.
Happy man.
Yes.
Hoppy man.
Oh, like an amputee
Look at that. Yeah.
without
yeah.
a prosthetic. What else has been going on? I finally got around to playing a bit more of Pokemon Sword the other day. Got a bit further into the Crown Tundra because I've pretty much finished that storyline now. I just need to catch more Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all. Yeah.
Because if you finish that storyline, you could encounter Ultra Beasts in like this sort of max dungeon thing,
Okay.
which saves me having to finish Ultra Sun.
Yeah. 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 You don't need to. You don't need to go back on yourself. You've still got BDSM and Legends Arceus to get done before Christmas.
I still haven't finished Black 2, but I think I've given up on that one.
I don't think I finished the 2s of that year either.
I remember having a really good team in Black 2, actually. I'm sure I had an Arcanine on it.
I definitely
Maybe
finished Black
Magneton
and
or
White,
something.
but I don't think I finished the 2s, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to skip over BDSM most likely.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd rather just go straight to Arceus, given what I've heard.
yeah, I mean, fair enough, but it's why I didn't buy BDSM in the first place, because I've got Diamond and Platinum in original form.
I was kind of excited to play it, I gotta be honest, but do you remember I forgot about it, and because I think I brought it up on the podcast, when like I had a parcel arrive and I was like, what's this?
Oh,
and I opened
okay,
it and
yeah,
it was the game.
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't
was
think graphical reboots or remakes interest me unless they add a decent amount of new content.
Yeah.
If they'd have added like after game and stuff that wasn't in the original or whatever, or just extras, then, or rejiggered it so it was like in that style but more open world-esque, so you could like
Yeah.
go from like area to area and you could see the entire world just moving around you, sort of fit. Or yeah. I don't know. Obviously I've recommended Arceus no end,
Yes.
and I'll probably get one of the new 2 whenever they're out. Give it a go. Well, you said that's you can play the story multiplayer with that one, didn't you?
Yeah, that was multiplayer.
So I reckon we should do that as some kind of recording stroke streaming type
I agree.
gig. If you're going to still be playing Arceus in your own time, then it'll give you an excuse to start the new ones a bit earlier.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
No, awesome. We'll have to
Look forward
try
to
and
that
yeah,
in
we'll have to
November.
November. We'll have to Will we do it the day it comes out? I come over to yours the day. No,
No,
probably the weekend after or something.
Probably the weekend.
I don't even know what day it comes out on. November.
November the something.
The something. That's cool.
Shall I-
That's enough
shall I-
information.
Yeah,
You
it's
can-
November, it's months away, the man.
Yeah. We'll get back to this conversation at some point before then. So
We'll get back to it when it arrives through my letterbox. Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
Ozzy, the game's out today.
oh shit! I'll be right back. I just got to run up Crips.
Yeah.
That's what I normally do. I used to go to. It used to always be Toys R Us. I'd go in there and I'd get the new Pokemon game, except for Black and or White, which I got in a Sainsbury's at Filton because I was near my college.
Ah,
But every other game I've bought myself, I've gone out to Cribs, got in like a Toys R Us, and now it's Schmivs.
Schmoosh.
And because Pokemon isn't really that popular in Bristol, there's never a big queue or rushes of people to go get the games, so
Nah.
I don't ever
People
have
just
to
get them
worry
on
about
digital,
that.
don't they?
Yeah, I know. I'm still a hipster when it comes to having the physical media,
Yeah.
though.
because if nothing else, it means that even when, say, the Switch is abandoned by Nintendo in 20 years' time, there's going to be, patches that you can download to still use it and play your cartridges. Whereas otherwise, Nintendo abandons the Switch software or whatever, you lose your digital games.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a potential.
Yes. I always prefer physical things, as the Wall of Ball is a testament to.
It's just nice having something there, whether to be displayed or to just know you've got it.
Yeah. No one can take it from you.
No.
So I've got my Wall of Ball for the DVDs. I've got me Shelf of Delight. And my other bookcase for all my books. It's all.
It's a shame there's not like a word for delight beginning with S.
Yeah.
Shelf of succulents.
Shelf of sucker.
Sucker shelf, yeah.
And the Lord shall be thy fucker.
Shelf of succulents. Subarashi shelf.
Yeah, Subarashi shelf. Subarashi shelf. Unfortunately, my label maker doesn't have a Japanese mode on it. No
Subarashi shelf.
Katakana.
You have to print that one off separately on your printer.
Yeah. I've got the cabinet of whimsy with all my trinkets and whimsies in there.
I mean, that's probably something I could do with, is see if I could get like a Japanese label maker and then just label everything around my room in like hiragana, katakana, and kanji.
Yes.
And then it would probably give me more of like, I'd just notice it a bit more. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. You'd see it all the time, and
your
brain would then whir into, you say out loud or whatever.
Yeah, you'd associate this word with this item, sort of thing. Yeah,
because the more you whir your brain at something, that's literally what learning is, isn't it?
Yeah. Might write that down on my to-get list. Oh, actually, something I have got, a rice cooker.
Oh, a rice cooker.
Rice cooker.
It's crawling with lice.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
It was only a cheeky little
Nice.
15 quid one off Amazon, but it was bigger than I expected, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You'd have to let me know how it goes, because I always find rice quite difficult to cook.
I've attempted it 2-3 times now on the hob, and I've failed all times. It's always turned out too starchy, too dry, too...
Yeah.
Or I just burn,
Did you know the knuckle trick?
No.
If you put the rice at the bottom of the pan, then poke your finger into the saucepan.
Wasn't this on... Is that Uncle Roger?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on that,
you fill
wasn't
the
it?
water up to your first knuckle. Apparently this is just a trick that people in that part of the world all just use, and it just tends to generally work.
Okay. Well, I've got a proper rice cooker now, so...
Yeah.
I'm adapting even more, assimilating myself to a country I've not even gone to yet. But when I do go, I'm ready.
Nice.
I'll have the cooker to go with. What was it I was going to...
Bloody English people, we can't figure out how to cook rice properly. Sorry, American people, we can't figure out how to cook rice properly. Americans, we're like England 0.2. We're like the better version, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why we nuke our cups of tea.
That's right. Because
What the
power,
fuck's a kettle?
the sign of a strong, powerful nation is
kettle?
nukes.
What's a kettle?
Kettle.
I boil my water in the microwave.
Ain't that to do with the drugs and the Mexicans coming up with the drug kettles?
The drug kettles. I thought you were going down like the ketamine route, but no, drug kettles are better. I like it.
Oh, holy smokes! Are they selling ketamine too? I gotta get on. I gotta stay away from that. Oh dear. Like every time I do the accent, it's a different,
It's a different
accent.
Oh yeah, I don't think we've actually done an American accent yet, but
Yeah.
the
my
law
little
of
rule
averages,
is-
we just keep on doing different accents. We'll eventually hit
It's
American.
like monkeys at typewriters.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, there's only 2 of us. So it's going to take a lot
It's gonna
longer.
be a lot longer. Yeah.
Some might say an infinitely longer time, but I don't know. I'm no math man.
Muffman.
Mothman prophecies. What was I going to say? I've forgotten.
Oh.
Bugger.
About accents? Is that what you were about to say?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So as long as I see a reactor from America watching Doctor Who and saying something like you're repeating one of the lines, but in the sort of jolly pot pip what ho accent,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep doing my shit American accent.
No, of course. because as racist as it is to do accents from countries of different ethnic origins, it's completely fine to do
That's right.
to
Because
take the piss out of like English accents or American accents.
because everyone in
Nothing
those
wrong
2
with it.
countries is white.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. No, but it does seem to be the way for some reason. Like, it's completely fine for people to take the piss out of American accents or British accents. But then there's like accents that people will look at you if you do, and it's like, I'm not taking the piss out of their ethnicity. I'm doing an accent.
I'm just doing the voice. Yeah.
I'm doing an accent. Yeah, I'm acting.
Yeah.
Why don't all the actors on TV doing different accents get the piss taken out?
And look, the black makeup. I mean, it's just part of the acting process. And the big red lipstick.
Jinx. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Britain.
Sorry, that really amused me. Right. We better leave it there, I think.
Gotta admit, though,
This is-
if we were famous 10, 15 years ago, we could have pulled off a Little Britain.
Which one? Which one are we pulling off?
Ugh.
I prefer Matt Lucas to David Williams. I've got to be honest. If we're picking,
Matt Lucas was the one in Doctor Who, wasn't he?
yes.
Yeah, I do prefer him, to be fair.
Just simply because everything I hear about David Williams makes him sound like a prick, whereas Matt Lucas just seems like a really nice bloke.
Yeah, just anything I've seen him in is always... Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't know how to finish that, but yeah.
I'll polish his head. And
which one?
they're
they're both as shiny as each other.
Yeah. So, thank you, everyone.
Arigato gozaimasu, Mina.
What I did in the name of sanity.
Oh, I don't know how to say that in Japanese.
But not in the name of the Doctor.
But not in the name of Inaudible. Well, hopefully we'll be joined by cover one next week, so we'll have a
But
bit
if
of
not, you've got-
TVs for you.
If not, you can look forward to more of this.
To
Oh,
more
no.
of this. Oh, yes. Never-ending insanity.
Jesus. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.